You're watching WMBD News at 5. We are your local weather authority. And we start with your forecast first.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates. Your news starts right now.
It's a reminder that nothing is forever. Nothing is guaranteed, especially in the business climate, especially in a global market of a business climate.
Mitsubishi announcing its manufacturing plant in Normal is closing. How local leaders are working to make the best of the situation and what it means for workers and the community. A major employer leaving Central Illinois.
The announcement comes just hours after a Japanese news service reported Mitsubishi Motors was halting American production.
It's our top story tonight at 5, and WMBD has had team coverage in the Twin Cities since the story broke this morning.
We start with WMBD's Jacob Peklow, who joins us live now from outside of Mitsubishi in Normal. Now, Jacob, how have things changed in the last 24 hours?
Well, the emotions are kind of what you'd expect to have happening at this point. There's a little bit of anger, there's a little bit of shock, disappointment, but surprisingly, there's a bit of calm here within the storm that's unexpectedly hit McLean County. Now, there had been rumors circulating for weeks that said this Mitsubishi plant was going to shut down due to the fact the lease was set to expire and the fact they're only producing one car here. But now the Outlander Sport is moving back to Japan.
To find a silver lining.
Also, the potential there could be even greater opportunity.
Now keep this in mind as well. The Mitsubishi plant was not operating at full capacity and hadn't been doing so for several years at this point. The plant is expected to remain open through the end of the year. Reporting live in Normal, I'm Jacob Peklow, WMBD News. Back to you.
Thanks, Jacob. Well, Mitsubishi releasing a statement this morning after notifying its workers. It reads in part, Mitsubishi Motor Corporation's board will make a formal decision in the near future, and our focus right now is to identify a buyer who will continue to operate and maintain employment, the best potential outcome for our employees and the community. It goes on to say, quote, our intent is to work in partnership with the UAW and civic leaders over the coming months to achieve a successful result. A representative for the company said it would not release any additional comments today.
And this morning's announcement is hard news for the people who work at the plant. Most of them left shortly after they heard the news. WMBD's Shane Gustafson continues our team coverage now with more on how workers are reacting.
Workers here at this plant say they had no idea this was coming. Union reps say most of them found out shortly after they got to work, which was about 9 o'clock Friday morning. Close to
job openings that we can fill them.
And a lot of the employees here are members of the union. Coming up tonight at 6, I'll have more on how they're trying to help. Reporting in Normal, Shane Gustafson, WMBD News.
The mayor says officials will also work with the employees to help get them jobs in a new business if one moves to that location. For more information, you can head over to our website, ciproud.com.
In Bloomington, State Farm announced today that it will be putting one of its buildings on the market. According to the company, the building on Hershey Road is up for sale. State Farm says the building has been underutilized for several years and less than 30 people work there. Those employees will relocate to other offices once the building sells.
After 4 murders in a span of 8 days, the community is once again coming together to remember the latest victim. Peoria Community Against Violence will host a murder stand down for peace tonight for Cameron Kazi. Organizers say the stand down is a safe place for the community to unite after a homicide to say the violence has to stop. A stand down begins tonight at 6, again on the northeast side of the Riverplex. A peace walk will follow at Morton Square Park.
As people come together to stand up for peace, community leaders tell us what they think will help end the violence.
Crews are assessing the damage after a car drives into a medical center. Now, here is a first look at OSF Prompt Care on North Glen Park Place in Peoria. You can see the front end of a Buick and part of a window well. Bricks from the building also started to cave in, and people inside the building were evacuated, but were able to return shortly after. No one was hurt in the crash.
Cutting the ribbon on a cannabis cultivation center. Dozens showed up in Delavan as Revolution Enterprises formally introduced Ace Delavan LLC to Central Illinois. Medical marijuana is being grown in the facility that will also test products for purity, perform research, and provide pot to dispensaries in Peoria and East Peoria. Delavan's mayor says Revolution Enterprises has already built a relationship with the community.
They most definitely have made an impact here in Delavan, and I can tell you we count them among our dearest friends.
The facility will eventually employ dozens of people, but the process will be slow as construction continues. A Stellivan LLC is expected to be providing dispensaries with medical marijuana this fall.
An update now on river restrictions from the Coast Guard. The Illinois River is open to commercial traffic with no wake from the mouth of the river to Lakin. It's also open to recreational vessels from the mouth to Montezuma and between Chillicothe and Lakin. Recreational visit vessels are banned from Montezuma to Chillicothe.
Master barbecuers lighting up the grills for the 5th annual Morton Barbecue Throwdown. Nearly 50 members of the Kansas City Barbecue Society came from 8 states to compete for the title. They can enter in a number of categories, and the best part? There's a People's Choice Award. That's tomorrow from 11:30 to 2. But be prepared to wait.
People can pay $5 to sample those and vote for their favorite, and they get close to a pound of pulled pork for that.
There's live entertainment and a bags tournament. The Throwdown is tonight and tomorrow. There's a $5 donation to get in. All the proceeds go to the Illinois Cancer Care Foundation. Now, last year the event raised $22,000 for that group.
2 are dead and several others wounded after a movie theater in Louisiana, and now police are trying to figure out why the shooter opened fire.
Well, it was just another beautiful day across central Illinois despite some afternoon high clouds, but stormy weather. It's returning this weekend. I'll have that forecast and more